did walk, jog, and lope this morning. She was really good. She did a lot of lope transitions.
I like this
It's very squishy. She did a lot of lope transitions because she wanted to see how he felt. A little bit more than that. Okay. There you go. How do these feel? Do you have a good bend in your knee? Can you stand up in your saddle? Okay. Sit back down. All right. Good. When you get on him, horses can learn a habit of walking off, like he almost walked off right there. Always make him stop and stand and wait, because you don't want to put your foot in that stirrup and your horse start moving. You know, you want to make him think, okay, we're standing the mounting block. Even though you're getting on, doesn't mean to move your feet anywhere. Just make him stand. That's one of my pet peeves for all my horses. So. His biggest signal is in your center, right in here. So you're really got two thighs, basically right in here. All right, now for you, all girls naturally like to put a little arch in their back. See, I've got one right here. You've got one too. Okay. Men run like this. Okay, they're a little more hunched over. They got a nice straight back. You want somewhere in the middle, and the reason is if you ride with an arched back, like most women, you don't have contact with your seat bones. Those seat bones are going to give him big signals to stop, turn, okay? And basically for him to feel like you're relaxed. If he's not feeling seat bones, and he feels your weight pitch forward a little bit, he's going to feel more inclined to be forward, or any horse, forward, nervous, those sort of things. If you take a deep breath, and I'll just try to bring your belly button back and fill up my hand right here, like there you go, like you're just tucking your tailbone down a little bit. That's going to be so much more comfortable for you and him in the long run. Okay. When I used to ride hunt feet as a kid, and the trend was in the shows, you need to really bring your shoulders back, stick your chest out. Okay. But I learned a bad habit of arching my back, so when I went to ride with someone who was fixing that for me, they put a piece of foam right in here, and I had to ride so that that foam touched my spine. All right, if I felt it touch here and here, I knew I was arching my back again. So just think about that. Think about tucking your tailbone so your back is nice and straight. All right, so that you're sitting up tall. Yeah, there you go. There you go. And you can scoot forward in your saddle a little bit so you can roll in your pockets. Aha! There it is. There it is. If you ever need to find it and I'm not here and you're going, I know how that feeling is, because you get on the horse and you go, was this it? Was this it? Do this, all right? Arch it all the way to the extreme, and now just ride like an old man for a second. And now arch it, and now, oh man, now find the middle, right in the middle. Okay, and that's neutral, that's right in the middle. All right? Okay, when you tell him, well, before you tell him to walk up, let me explain something else. We use 5 aids. Aids are signals that we use with our body to get our horse to do what we want them to do. Hands is number 1. That's where everybody starts. Legs. Okay, your legs give them a signal. Your eyes give them a signal, because when your eyes turn, your shoulders turn, your hips turn. Okay, and that's why they feel that. Voice. Voice. All right, so you can use a soft voice, stern voice, and you may need to use both soft and stern at times. My school horses, when I say whoa, like that, they stop. Okay, but when I say, good boy, you know they were good, or walk on with some energy to it. If I say walk on, okay, trot, use energy in my voice, that's what they pick up on, things like that. But if you say, whoa, whoa, that may not mean much to them, but if you tell them whoa, and correlate that with you telling them with your body, that's going to mean something to them eventually. All right, and the last one is your weight. And that's what we're talking about there. When you pitch forward, horses think go. When you sit back, think slow down. It's like in the movies, the cowboy rides in town and he goes, woo, woo, woo. You know, and he sits back. That's your weight aid right there. So what we need to do is put all 5 of those into working together, all right? So that, because a lot of times when you tell your horse to turn, it's more than one thing. It's not just your hands, right? It's your body involved too. So all I want you to do is walk out, start walking, and we're going to do some transitions from walk to halt, just like we started with last time, okay? And I want you to practice the weight aid. So when you tell him walk on, you're using your voice, you're using your legs. The weight aid, when you want him to whoa, roll into this pot. That's a girl. Do that, and you'll feel yourself stretching your heels a little bit too. Sometimes that helps you sit deeper. And say whoa. And if you two get in tune with each other, when you do that, he'll stop. At first, he may not know. He doesn't know how you feel every time. Yet. You have to teach him that. He knows it already, but you have to teach him that when you do it like that, that's what it means. Okay. So let's start off with that.
Okay.
And then we're going to work on bending and turning, using your body, and then we'll get to the jog. Okay? All right, so deep breath. All right, and think about my hand on the small of your back. And just, there you go. Do you feel the difference? When you just think about it. You feel higher? Well, he's... Okay, now. All right, now do you feel your body pitch forward just a little bit as he goes faster?
Whoa.
No. So, rather than just use those reins, I want you to sit in your pocket and try it. Now, whoa. Be a little stronger each time. I always use the 3-step rule with my horses. You know when you don't clean your room and your mom says, Taylor, can you clean your room, please? The first time she asked. The second time, say a couple days go by, she says, Taylor, please clean that room. That time she's telling you. The next time is not going to be so pretty. She's going to be like, Taylor, you're in big trouble. Same with the horse. First you ask, second you tell, third you demand, okay? And all of that happens in 3 seconds. So let's ask him to whoa, and just 1 second. Now 2, tell. There you go. Good. It's like, you're in public and you hear that mom counting to a little kid going, get over here. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Eventually he's not going to want to get to number 3. Because number 3 is when you really sit deep and you pull back on those reins and say, whoa. All right. So the more you go, the easier that's going to get. So tell him walk on. Let's do that 4 or 5 more times until he stops at number 1. Okay. And ask.
Whoa.
Tell.
Whoa.
Now demand. Sit deep. That's a girl. Good. So he's got to know that number 3, give him a pat for that. Number 3, don't be afraid to be strong. I bet you he's 1,400 pounds. All right? I mean, I bet he's every bit of 1,300 pounds, if not 1,400 pounds. He's just a big boned horse. Don't be afraid. You're not going to hurt him, okay? And with this bit right here, there's really nothing you can do that's going to, besides like blatantly yank on him, that's going to hurt him. That other bit, if you pick up your reins a little bit, it's got this, what do you call it?
Head leverage.
Leverage, yeah, it's got leverage on it, so that when you pick up the shank of the bit, it puts pressure under his chin and up on the top of his pole. So he's going to feel that, and it's a lot more pressure. That bit, it just wraps around his tongue. Nice and gentle. So don't be afraid. When you get to number 3, it's okay, you be stern. He's got to develop a level of respect for you too, okay? So you're being soft, you're giving him the chance by being soft. Then you're telling him, and then you're saying, hey, there is a stern side to me. I still need you to respect me. And then you go back to being soft right away, okay? All right, try it again, 4 or 5 times. Take a deep breath, roll into your pockets. Think about my hand on the small of your back. There you go. All right, now ask, tell, and demand. That's it, good. Give him a pat. Walk right on, do it again. So he's like, when you do that and you give him a pat, he's licking and chewing, which means he's processing that in his brain. Aha, was that number 1? Good. All right, let's see if we can get it number 1 a couple more times. Okay. Good. And see, he's listening to you. Yeah, go ahead. Do it again. And Taylor, as you're doing it, so you're trying to get him used to you. But as you're doing it, I want you to be practicing trying to use more seat and less reins every time. Good, so bring her, that's a girl. Good, and think about looking up. When you start to ask him, look up. If you look down at him, watch what my eyes do. I look down, okay? That 1 inch that I pitch forward, my seat bones go out here. All right, if I look up, I'm sitting in my pocket. All right, walk away. Okay, there you go. Now sink in those pockets and whoa. Aha. Good, good. Walk on. And whoa. There. Do you feel like now that you're having to use less rein and more seat to get what you want? Good, that's what we want. We want, if you're jogging along and you sit down on him, we want him to put on the brakes, okay? All right, go ahead. Good. Okay, good job. Deep breath. There you go. See, he's nice and relaxed. It's going to be just fine. The more you do it, I still want you to practice really sinking into that seat pocket and that tailbone. There you go. You feel that? That's what he wants to feel too, to tell him whoa. Even though, like I said, he's 1,400 pounds or 1,300, whatever he is, and you're a lot less, okay? He still feels every move you make, but you may need to be, because he's a big boy, you may need to be a little heavier in your seat than you would with like a smaller horse or more sensitive horse. Okay. All right, then walk on. Now this time I want you to just practice. We're going to practice steering through the ring. So go ahead and give another inch of reins. Loosen up your reins a little bit. Okay, so Taylor, when you turn, what your body wants to do is turn your shoulders, and the turn kind of goes all the way to your belly button, and then kind of stops right there. Okay. So what I mean is, you're turning like this. Here, I've got my hands on my hips to show you. My hips are not moving, but see how your upper body's moving? He's getting a little signal, but we're going to make that signal bigger by making sure your hips turn this way with you. Yeah. So I want you, I tell a lot of riders to point your belly button. I'm going to tell you to point your hip bones right here. You know those hip bones right here? Point your hip bones where you want to go. So, yeah, there you go. And stay with your pockets and saddle when you do that. Good. All right, so look over there. Let's just try to cut across the ring. Point your hip bones over there. There you go. Good. 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 Now let's cut to the right. Turn and look to the right with your hip bones. There. Good. Now, do you feel, when you look to the right, you hear your left leg get a little more snug? Okay. So that's using a combination. You're using a combination of 3 different aids to get into turn. Eyes, which means for you, hips. All right. So turn those hips with your eyes. 2 are your legs. You're going to put a little more pressure on the left leg when you want him to go right, or the right leg when you want him to go left. All right. And 3, the hands or the reins. Okay. So what I want you to do, we're going to do something called a serpentine, which is just like an S shape through the ring. Okay. So come down to, before you get to the mounting block, we're going to turn and cut across the ring. That's going to be our first move here. Now I want you to use those 3 things. Yeah, he's listening to Will. Turn and look. Use your leg a little. Good. And then cut across. Now he's going to naturally, your leg is going to put a little pressure. I know. Your leg is going to put a little pressure on his body naturally. But if you turn your hips and he doesn't listen to your leg, then give him a little more squeeze with that leg. A squeeze or a bump. All right, let's look and cut across again. There you go. Try to get all the way across. That's a girl. Now look right into that corner. Okay, make sure to turn your hip bones. Not just your belly. Now left leg to go right. Good job. All right, give him a little pat. All right, so you know how we talked about the 3 steps? If you put right leg on him to go left, if you just give it a little squeeze, that's asking. A little bump with your leg like this would be telling him, okay? And if he still doesn't listen, which I don't think he's gonna get to a number 3, and number 3 would be like this, okay? He doesn't strike me like he means that at all. So let's do that little S shape or serpentine back through the ring. Turn to the right, left leg. Good. Hey, did you have to use reins at all that time? Perfect, perfect. That's good. Yeah, now go to the left. If he's just playing with the bit a little bit, just give him a squeeze and tell him walk away. Atta girl. Good job. Good. And if he's slow to listen to that leg, you can go to number 2. Give him a little bump. Yep. Now go to the right. Just a little bit with the left leg. Very good. Okay, so take a deep breath. Think about my hand being in the small of your back. There you go. Good. Oh, and he stopped. Look at that. When you thought about it, he stopped, didn't he? So that's him starting to understand you a little better. All right. A lot of my horses, I will come out and start with those little baby steps, okay? If you do that for 2 weeks, Taylor, okay, that is fine. If you do that to start out your ride every day for 2 weeks, he is going to get more in tune with you and start to understand that, okay? There's some horses here that I say, you know, if I even think try, they try. Because if you think it, your body does things that you don't even know that it's doing. It's just like you thought about my hand in the small of your back, and you sunk in the saddle, and you went, skirt, put the brakes on, right? So that's good. You want him to read your thoughts, okay? All right, let's start making a little circle down on this end. I'll put some cones out and we'll go around the circle. Yep, just start following these cones. Just stay to the outside of the cones here. Aha, you made it. Good. Give him that woo signal one more time. Thinking your back. Aha, good job. Walk on. When we get to the letter A, right over here, we're going to ask him for a little jog. I want you to, when you ask him, push your hands into his mane so he's nice and released. He can have plenty of room to move into that jog. Look out the grass. Okay, and go. Alright, slow him down into a walk. Good, walk. Would you ask me?
Can I still try to like look?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It makes it so much harder when you go faster, isn't it? Yes, absolutely. Look where you want to go. The other thing, when you slow him down, there was a lot more tan here and less feet. Because you're thinking about trot now. You're not thinking about, it's not as easy as it was in the walk. Sink in that saddle before you pull back. Okay? I would just sit. If you're sitting soft, you feel any balance whatsoever? Yeah. The other thing is, Taylor, how about riding the two-wheel? Yeah, with that broken bit, that snaffle, on the curve bit, you just want to use one hand. Other way, first way. Uh-huh. Loosen the reins a bit. Now, watch what I do. There you go, there you go. That's fine. Watch what I do. All right, I'm going to sit like this. When I turn to the right, my hand is falling. It just goes. I'm not having to really do a whole lot. Right? Rather than, a lot of people, when you go from one hand to two, want to do like this. Then what happens to my shoulders? There's no signal from us. Okay? So I want you to think about starting there. Start at your seat. Okay? And your hands will follow. That'll give you a signal. You're going to have a little better steering this time. Okay? Until we get that going down fast. We want to get that feeling between you and him the same as when you, now when you sit in the saddle, it stops, right? But we want to get him really in tune to you so that when you do this, he goes to the right. Which he knows it, he just has to know it from that. Okay? Alright. Sit up for me. Forward a little bit. Ah, girl. There. Alright, just walk around the circle again. You made it through one jog, you're live. Okay. Look that way, turn your seat. And your hands will follow. Just let this one be. Let this one stay right here. Uh-huh, that's it. Can you turn? Turn again. Uh-huh, now turn back this way. Yeah, very good. Yeah, just put my handy right there. Good. You want to follow me? Good boy. While you're walking, just take a deep breath. And every breath, just sink a little deeper in those pockets. That's it. Now we've got him flowing really good. All right, we'll walk away. He tell you breathe. Can you believe that? Good, look left. There, good. See how that changed his turn? Yes, you definitely want to do that when you're jogging too, because that you still want to give him direction of where to go. If you look at that cone, that's what's going to make him stop, because you're going to feel your body pitch forward just a little bit. So look up there. It's a beautiful day. Look at the clouds. Look at the grass. Keep him walking. Good. Does that feel better? Okay. Let's get one more good walk circle where we try to get a nice rhythm at a walk. We want to get him going. 1, 2, 3. We're not stopping at every time. 1, 2, 3. Okay? Try to send him on around there with that kind of walk. Be expecting him to slow down, so be ready to push. You know, whenever you feel him take back or slow down just a touch. Walk, walk. Now a little bit more walk. Walk, walk. Let him be more active in the walk. Walk, walk. There, you feel that? Let's do that kind of walk all the way around. You feel that energy slow down just a little bit while you send him on. Walk, walk. Now you've got a little more mission. He's more sure-footed too. He's more sure of you, because you're giving him a direction. You're saying, go forward, around this circle. That's where I want you to go. That's a girl. Good job. Perfect. Yeah. And they feel confidence when you feel confidence. Right then, you felt confidence around that circle. Good. Okay. Next, we'll shorten your range just a half an inch and ask you for a jog around that circle. Now, I don't want you to do anything different with your body. Turn and look the same. Or steering, turn and look where you want him to go. That's a girl. And if it's comfortable, sit. If it's not, you can pose. Slow down. Look, 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 look. Whoa. Bring him back over. And look where you want to go and sit in your pocket. Sit. Tell him, whoa, 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 whoa. That's okay. Now he stopped, didn't he?
Sit.
Huh?
I couldn't sit.
You didn't sit. So there you go. He didn't do anything wrong. He just went for him to look. Now you look him. Let me change your knot. Okay. He didn't do anything wrong. He just has an extra button. You may have bumped him 3 times with your outside leg, and he said, "Oh, whoa." Okay. That might be a button that he has. But when you sat down over here, what did he do? He stopped, yes.
I couldn't sit down when he was like,
Yeah, I know it. And when you pull back with these reins, that knot got caught on your horn, which did not help the thing, did it? Yeah. You need to get back here. It's out of your way. That's okay. Yeah. Okay, so let's go back to our circle to the side. I also think that's good. That's good. I think he's used to a Western, from the videos, I see that rider. He's a Western guy. The guys, like I said, drive him more like this, okay? And he sat down and back. When he got him jogging and loafing, he was still back here. You, as a girl, me as a girl, always want to pitch forward. That's just us. We have to learn how to ride like a guy, okay? So try to, stay back here. Later on, I'm going to show you how to slow him down with your seat pose. My Western pleasure horse, when I jog him, I sink into each seat bone and I sink into each stirrup with each step, and I can slow him down that way. Or I could ask him to go a little bit faster that way, okay? But you got to have that connection with your seat and saddle. Otherwise, if you're up here a little bit, he's going to think, all right, let's go, right? So, deep breath. In your pocket a little. All right. You have brakes. Look, you took a deep breath. You have brakes, but they're right here. You sit down and slow down. All right, let's try that circle again. The other thing about a circle, when if a horse ever takes off, I don't keep him taking off. When a horse takes off, if you make them turn and circle, they can't brace and go fast. You know, they have to slow down. So try to keep him on that circle. Okay, if he breaks into a faster gait, still go around that circle. Okay, make that turn your biggest objective, because you're going to be able to slow him down on that circle better than you will. California, okay? Okay, send him back to Virginia. let's get one more nice active walk around the circle. This horse, he knows a lot. He's just got to figure her out because he does have buttons. And she may have, like I said, my horse came with that three taps and you load. And we tapped him a few times and he may have just said, oh, okay, I'm going to go with the load. But now you've gotten over that first load. This time, if you go into a lope and it becomes a faster trot, I think we can stop him before he gets into if he goes into a jog and it becomes a faster trot, we can stop him before it gets to a lope if you stay on that circle. Now you're sitting nice. Use your pockets, you're tall, very good. Okay, now we know that he wanted to go out of the circle, right? When he got faster. Go to the inside range a little. It's going to help you, to keep him to the inside. So that's like a little extra insurance if your body's not turning. Good. Good. Now let's start over here at letter H. Let's ask him to do a jog right here. Start looking where you're going. We're still asking the job. Be nice and easy. Stick with your body. Stop. One more leg. There you go. One more. Don't be afraid. Breathe a little. There's the girl. Good. Oh, you're almost there. Good. There it goes. Almost. Almost. Good. Now keep in the circle. Turn and slow. Rhythm going here. Post a little. I think, if you're bouncing, I think go ahead and post. There's one more thing I'm going to show you, okay, to help you if you feel like it's getting too fast. I saw him jog slow this morning. He can jog slow. But we just want to get a rhythm, kind of like at the walk. We wanted to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We want to get a nice 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, all the way around. Like half halt is one lesson and turning is one lesson, but so bear with me. We're doing a bunch of different things at once. Half halt lasts a half a second, but notice I'm sinking where? Here. So you're going to ask, release, ask, release. If you just grab a hold of the horse by the reins and tell them to slow down, the bit gets tight against their tongue, right? And the blood can go out of their tongue, and they can become numb to it, and they just go, I don't hear you, I don't hear you. They just keep doing whatever they're doing. That half halt, it's like tapping the brakes. Just slowing down. The other thing I would do for now is you're being soft with your hands, okay? But I would shorten your reins a little bit before we do trot, because it seems like the head's going up and the reins are getting longer, and then your hands are back here. Okay? All right, walk rhythm all the way around. Walk, walk. The other thing I want to do with you, Taylor, tomorrow when you ride, I'm going to put him on a lunge rope. So I can, what's that? Oh, okay. Next time you ride him, I'm going to put him on a lunge rope, and so that I can kind of help steer. Because like I said, usually like the turning thing is one lesson, and it takes more than one ride to teach that. It takes practice. The half halt is one lesson, and it takes practice to make that your first response when you feel on the cliff. So if I take away some of the steering, So they say you're always supposed to be thinking one step ahead of your horse. Now you're thinking one step ahead of him, because when you feel him start to think about slowing down, you're telling him to move on. And it's preventing him from slowing down. Okay. Okay. And this time when we jog, flat, I want you to shorten your rein. Your eyes up. We're gonna post. And when I say half halt, you know what to do, right? That's it, in rhythm. Just take half a second. And you're gonna feel more secure when you do that too. If you're just up here pulling reins, it feels like he's got control. But when you do that, when you sit deep, you feel more in control. Okay, let's shorten your reins a touch. Don't lift his head. Another inch or so. All right, and let's go ahead and action. Eyes up. You ready to post? Post. You set the post rhythm. It's like a dance. You post when you set the rhythm. No, you only post as fast as you want him to go. Good. That's it. Good. Good. Now, he was listening to your seat. So he slowed down. So you post as fast as you want to go. Keep going. Ask him again. Let's see if we can get a full lap in here. We're going to try to get one or two laps. Good. Look up. Trot. Post. 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 Good. Look. Post. Post. Keep going. Post. 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 Keep breathing. Post. Post. Apple. Post. 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 Now, is that getting better? Post. 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 There we go. Post. 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 Eyes up to the sky. Post. Ah, do you feel yourself set up? He felt it too. He stopped. Good. Very good. Now let's go the other way. All right. Do you feel better now? I think you guys are going to be just fine. It's just getting. He is.